Hey everyone, it's Jerry at the Fledge. Welcome to another episode of Every Damn Day. Today on the show, we have our good friend Deardra Grace with Nature's 92. How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I am doing well. It is hot outside, November 8th.
I love it. Loving it.
So I'm in Lansing, Michigan. You're in Lansing, Michigan. I know that, but I want to make sure everyone out there knows it. You doing anything outside today?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll be outside all day. I enjoy raking, so I'll probably go out and rake a little bit at my mom's.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little something about you and your projects, or Nature's 92 as we will.
Sure. I'm a Lansing local. I've been here for my lifetime. I actually did grow up in East Lansing and graduate from East Lansing. So after I graduated, I had a child, and so I moved into Lansing, and I've just been here ever since. I am very involved in my family. So all my family's here. Most importantly, mom's here. So I was in the medical field for 15 years, and I started out at a Mason, the Career Center in medical. I've always been a helper, a mother type, so I wanted to get into nursing. I thought that's what I wanted to do. I got in the medical field and stayed there for 15 years, and it just wasn't for me. I wasn't helping anybody how I thought I was going to. I got out, decided to go back to school and get my bachelor's. I just graduated last August in criminal justice, and I was on fire for that too, and ready to get into the system and try to make an imprint there and reverse some things. And COVID hit, so I decided to kind of join both of them and start my own product company selling Cmos.
So this company's only like 6, 7, 8 months old?
Yep, it started, it started this year.
That's pretty amazing seeing all of the different accomplishments that you've had this year.
I knew that in this space that humans are resilient, that we will figure it out. We'll still thrive even when things are shut down. So I knew it was coming. I just didn't know I would be involved as well.
So I got this show every damn day because people are always asking us about what we do and all of that. And I just wanted to engage with people that we met all of the time. So I imagine you could start a show called What the Hell is Cmos?
Absolutely.
So for the crowd that doesn't know, will you let us know? Well, I know because you taught me.
Yeah, because I talk about it all the time. Cmos, let me show you what I get it in the natural form. This is Cmos. So I get it dried out like an herb. It's a seaweed that grows in the Atlantic Ocean. It grows in warmer climates and attaches to a rock. And so it grows off of the rock. When it grows off of the rock, it pulls the minerals out of the rock. So then when we eat the Cmos, we get the minerals. We have 102 minerals in our body, and Cmos gives us 92 of the 102 minerals. So by taking Cmos, we are reversing mineral deficiencies. And mineral deficiencies are how you become diseased, whether it be arthritis or like a magnesium deficiency. All of Michigan has a vitamin D deficiency because we live in a gray cloud state. So if you're doing nothing else, you need to be taking vitamin D. So Cmos has everything combined. It is the superfood of superfoods. I know that there's so much out there, but this is it. This is the complete. And it's at a good price point. But I get the Cmos dried out like that. I soak it. I have some soaking right now. I blend it with spring water, so it gives added minerals. And then you can use the gel in anything. You can use the gel as a facial mask, which I make also. It's wonderful for your skin. It reverses eczema, dermatitis. It's great for your face. I used a mask yesterday. It gives you a great glow. It diminishes dark circles, dark marks, even lines, helps with diminishing of wrinkles. So Cmos was, do you want me to go all the way back?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Sure. Cmos was came about in the Irish potato famine in the 1840s. There was nothing to eat, and so the tide would go out and leave the seaweed there. So they would take it and eat it. It's still eaten in Ireland today, and you can find seaweed like a lot of Asians use that in their food, but there are different types of seaweed. But that's why it's called. You'll hear it called Irish sea moss a lot because that's where it became popular was during the potato famine.
So it is like very similar to the wrap that you would have at the like a sushi place.
That's a different form of seaweed. I'm not really versed in all of the different kinds. I have heard benefits of people eating them. My mom eats the little sheets of them.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like fish food to me, but
Yeah.
they're a lot fishier than Cmos. Cmos doesn't have a smell. It has a very slight ocean smell. It doesn't smell like fish. It smells like the ocean. It has, when I make the gel, it has like maybe an applesauce texture. So you add that into whatever you choose to. A lot of people put it in their smoothies, which I make also, but a lot of people will put it in their own personal smoothies. They'll put it in their tea. You can put it in your grits, in your oatmeal, however you choose to eat it. Sometimes I'll just take a spoonful. So.
Okay. So I feel like I cut you off a little bit because you were telling us about the Irish and the potato famine and the supplement there, which I didn't know that history. Did you want to keep going some more with that?
Okay. So how it became popular again, more recently was from Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi was a Honduran Black doctor who he claimed that he healed AIDS, cancer, herpes, things of that nature. And Dr. Sebi kind of came into the forefront into modern culture when Left Eye from TLC finished her breakdown. I'll just call it that. She had a breakdown when she was involved with a football star. And she kind of took a break in Honduras. And she went there and became very holistic minded and learned all of his teachings. So that was I kind of heard about Dr. Sebi there and checked him out. But then Nipsey Hussle, who was going to do a documentary on him and discuss who he was because they believe that he was killed by the government because he was a radical and stating that pharmaceuticals are not correct, that we need to take what's from the earth. So he passed away, and Nipsey Hussle was going to do a documentary on him, and then Nipsey passed away. So he brought Dr. Sebi into the forefront. So that's usually my lead into speaking to the communities that I sell to, that they do know the name of Nipsey or Left Eye. So he's the one who kind of pushed that.
So then when he started doing that, that's how you learned about it?
Well,
go ahead.
Well, that's okay. Go ahead.
And then is that when you started making your product or you tried it somewhere?
Yep.
What got you kind of going?
Yep. I decided to, while I was in school, I went on a huge it was life-changing, a huge healing sabbatical. So I decided I had high cholesterol for a long time. I hit a peak weight, and I decided that I was not going to take statins. So I was totally against that. And my doctor told me I couldn't put it off anymore. So I started working out. I lost 30 pounds, and I started looking into things holistically to supplement me not getting the minerals from eating. So I looked into Cmos on Instagram, found a company down in Georgia, and I started buying it. I put my best friend on it. We were both on Cmos, and we loved it. So the energy that you get from it, the minerals, all of that. So Then I looked into it as a business, kind of, to see if I could make it just for my friend and I. And then I made a facial mask one night, and she kind of pumped me up to make a video, and I put it on Facebook, and it took off.
So how many products do you make now?
Right now, I make the gel, which is the base for everything. So I make the gel. A lot of people mix it, but I want people to take it. So I want you to mix it how you'd like. So you can take the gel just as you like. But with the gel, I make a facial mask that has some organic additives for extra oils for your skin. And then I also make smoothies. So because a lot of people are hesitant about trying anything new, and some people don't like the texture because it's a bit gelatinous. So I make smoothies, and so I make each smoothie by hand. Each smoothie has a recommended dose in each smoothie. So I sell quite a bit of those. I have 3 flavors for those.
They're very good. I've had them.
Thanks. Peach mango, pina colada, and I just started making, which I'll debut this week, strawberry banana.
I had the peach mango one.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So
people love them.
Yeah. So what do you have plans for a lot of other products also coming up?
I really push Cmos to be placed on skin, and from the texture that it is and how it's not convenient to put it on and let it dry. You really have to, stay in the house, so on and so forth. So I'm going to work on a soap, so you can do that quickly and get your Cmos on your skin in the shower. So, and then I'd also, because it is beneficial to children, they also need the 92 of the 102 minerals. It helps remove the mucus, which I haven't even touched on yet, in children. So I want to make some gummies for them to take like a vitamin every day.
Okay. Are you comfortable talking about cannabis and all of that?
Sure.
So there's a lot. I've always thought cannabis was a cure-all. I mean, it's really
Great.
done a lot for me.
Infuse it. I've done that.
That's what I was going to ask. Can you tell us about what that might do and all of that?
I've tried to infuse it myself. I tried it once and I didn't see any effects from it, but I'm not really sure about how to infuse it. I don't know how much to use. That's not my jam, so I'd have to really speak to what do they call them, a budologist?
Yeah.
So I would really have to kind of seek somebody out to see how to do that. But yeah, I've definitely thought about that.
Sean from Lady Miss Betty, she watches the show often. She is such a great supporter of the entrepreneurs in the community. She says, hats off to you for promoting holistic nourishment. And just you and I talked about that word holistic a lot. And the Lady Miss Betty is her podcast or YouTube channel. And it's about, I think, really about dementia and autism and the journey with her mother, I think. But check out the Lady Miss Betty. I give her a shout out every show because she's such a great supporter and such a great person. But since she's on the call with some other people, what do you think about dementia or Alzheimer's and Cmos? Is there a relationship that you're?
There is a relationship. Hats off to you, Miss Betty. Okay, because I love the elderly population. I worked with them at Sparrow for a really long time, and I truly miss them. And that's such a hard journey for our age group, and watching our parents go through that. And we return to caregivers. So yes, Cmos. I've also spoke with another AFC home here that would like to replace a lot of their vitamins and supplements and things of that nature for the residents with Cmos. So hopefully we get to the point where we can supplement all ages, because it's good for younger children and up to elderly. But yes, they do say that dementia is from the aluminum that we consume, and that it's we put a lot of it in our deodorant. Mm-hmm. So it is mandatory and that you change your deodorant to a holistic deodorant. So yeah, that's something that I haven't really done the studies. I do need to put something else out there, but it is good for arthritis, all of the ailments that ail our elderly. So yes, it's definitely there.
So is there something you do every damn day that moves your mission forward in what you're doing with Cmos and what you're doing with the community and the way you're looking at holistic, really holistic life?
Yeah. How I started this is that like I said, I've been here for my life. And so I've seen a lot of my friends pass away from things that they can control, that they need to take control of them out of themselves. You know, pharmaceuticals don't necessarily help. I've had a friend who's lost a leg, and you know, first it was a toe, then a leg, and then both of his legs, and then he passed away. So I've had friends who have passed away from heart attacks, something that you can prevent yourself. So I want to reach out and heal the hood. I want to make sure marginalized communities know that there is something they can do themselves. They don't have to go through the doctor. There's nothing that is keeping you from seeking your health holistically yourself at a good price point. Something that's easy and simple, that can heal, that can reverse disease in your body, also your children. So I do want to try to save somebody from a disease that they don't need to have. So marginalized communities are my heart.
I'm a big enemy of big pharma. And so every time you guys are bringing something to the table that is an alternative to that, I see a lot of good that's going to do in our communities. I think you know the story. My daughter died of a or a fentanyl overdose, and but I'm back. But anyways, I just love that you're doing something about that. You're bringing something to the community. Did you meet Scorpion the other night? John, the kid from the Young Black Panther.
Yes, I did. Yes.
I'm having a problem, maybe. Yeah, I think that's interesting what he's doing as well.
Absolutely. I do believe I would like eventually.
So one of us has an internet connection thing. Are you still okay? Can you hear me? Okay. So on my show yesterday, and I'm going to come back to Scorpion probably in a second, was CJ, who's an author and an artist, and he knew a little bit. He's a holistic thinker as far as medicine and wellness and that too. So he knew about Cmos, and he wanted to know, who are you really marketing it to? And I think you sort of were talking about, you know, how getting on that, what Nipsey Russell's momentum he had created. And do you market this to predominantly the Black community, or
right now,
what are your thoughts there?
I definitely want to heal all people. So it's not specifically for marginalized communities, but I do want to make a presence there. I really wanted to get into herbs and all that. So eventually I'll get there. But I do want to be a resource for people to heal naturally. So eventually I would like to get out. I haven't found my niche outside of the Black community to promote. So that's something that I'm going to have to work on. But right now I want to heal my community. So that's where my resources are right now.
I think with a lot of the social ills that I see in the community I serve, the having people that don't look like the community making big decisions about healthcare and medicine and banking and monetary systems and policing and all of that doesn't go good for our community. So I'm really happy that someone that looks like our community is doing this type of work. And you're going to keep it in here because there's a lot of geniuses in this neighborhood that are doing a lot of genius things that kind of gets lost in the poverty we face. So hats off to you. So tomorrow on the show, this is a weird transition because this is just a weird job to me. It's a guy named Chris. He is a esports coach at Davenport University. So what he does is basically coach people that play video games against other people in competitions. So we always pass a question on, like CJ to you. What question would you like to pass to Chris?
I wonder, I'd like to ask him how he includes mental health there. How are you making sure that people aren't sitting in front of the computer all day and getting outside, getting exercise? So I wonder if it includes that.
Okay. And so I'm going to flip that on you too.
Sure.
As you look at the solution that you're bringing to the community, to all these different types of problems we were talking about, how do you include the mental health aspect of it, or the getting up and moving around or whatever type of stuff? You know, how do you get the medicine and the actions, not the therapy, but sort of the therapy?
Well, if you understand health, that all disease is caused from mucus, and that's something that I didn't mention, that Dr. Sebi stated that all disease in the body is caused from mucus, and Cmos helps eliminate the mucus. But Cmos minerals, when you are deficient, it causes all kinds of problems, from arthritis to anything. It also helps when you have hematosis where everything is even keel. It helps with your mental health. So that also helps with children that are stuck in the house from the school, and us when we take regularly and get our minerals on even keel. So that means that it will reverse some of the mental health issues. They do claim that Cmos helps in that, and I would say that that is true. That's something that I've noticed myself.
So the lady, Miss Betty, is emphasizing again, please subscribe to her YouTube channel because she thinks you and her have a lot in common, and she'd like to get like an introduction, or like to get to know you a little bit. So I know you guys are going to cross paths. And also back to Scorpion, that kid that do you remember what the name of that book was that he wanted to order?
The Scorpion. No, yes, he actually did come over and show me, and we talked a little bit about that. I eventually would like to get into herbs, and so we did discuss that. I do have my own book that I got. Sorry.
No worries.
That has all of the information.
I love that book.
Yes.
That's a great book. I got that book too. Or actually, Shannon has that book because she's the herbologist.
Oh, is she? I didn't know that.
Yep, you and Shannon got some stuff to talk about too, because she's been making tinctures and stuff from the cannabis. So
How exciting!
But lots of future conversations, right?
So I did speak with him about that. We did share a little bit about tinctures, and I'd like to do some bitters. And I talked to him about that. So him and I definitely got his information. So we will definitely touch base.
Yeah. So I love what all you guys are doing for this community. It, the every damn day it's here to showcase how the community is getting stronger, how we can solve our own problems, and how when we figure out how to make those sustainable, the community is just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and we're going to be able to parlay this into so much more than probably what even you and I can imagine today. So I'm going to do a quick little business. Please subscribe to the Fledge's YouTube channel. Every Damn Day airs every damn day at 2, except for today when it was 1. And that's our prerogative, right? We had other stuff we got to do. And 99 Problems But a Pitch Ain't One is only going to be on Friday mornings at 9. We're stopping the Sunday one. So we're going to every single Friday instead of every other Friday. And then 10,000 Fledges is every Tuesday at 3. And Coding Club is every Monday at 3:30. So check us out on YouTube. I always ask always ask my guests to take us out with something. It can be something enlightening, something advice. It could be deuces, anything you want.
I wanted to state, since I started my business so late in my life, I'm not that old, but I am older, that I want people to, that are in my age group, I'll be 45, that don't give up on your dreams. Try to remember your dreams. And if you feel like you need to start over, then do so. Just know that this time when you start over, you're not starting at the bottom. You're starting over with experience. And you can do it. I believe in you.
Great words. And that will take us out today. And thank you for being on Every Damn Day.